Two former BPL employees being charged with fraud today, 39-year-old Anthony Strawn and 27-year-old Orvano Simonet, appeared before Magistrate Samuel McKinney. Strawn is charged with 7 counts of fraud by false pretenses and 1 count of conspiracy to commit fraud. It is alleged that between January to April of this year, Strawn cashed a number of fraudulent checks at CIBC JFK branch, charged to the Bahamas Power and Light, totaling over $200,000 in all. Now, Simonet was charged with 4 counts of fraud by false pretenses, 2 counts of attempted fraud, 4 counts of possession of a forged document, and 5 counts of uttering a forged document. 15 counts in all, amounting in over $100,000 being charged to BPL. Now, all this on the heels of a recently released BPL audit by Ernst & Young that revealed several irregularities at the company, including payouts to companies that were not registered with the Corporate Business Registry. A Royal Bahamas Defense Force audit points to inflated salaries due to tranches added to officers' salaries in 2007 and 2008. According to the Auditor General's report, based on the government's 2008-2009 salary book, Tranche 1 in July 2006 and Tranche 2 in April 2007 were included within the salary scales. However, Tranche allotments of recruits was excluded. Still, some of the recruits, 79 of them, whose job codes were changed to that of Marine seamen during this time, received lump sum payments of $166.67 per month due to the change, and this despite the fact that officers are at the recruit stage for at least a year before they are promoted to a Marine seaman. This led to each of these officers receiving an additional $2,000.04 onto their annual pay for the years 2008 to 2015. 7 of these payments mean that each of the officers would have received an accumulated amount of $14,000.28, with the exception then of those officers who may have been terminated. This would have had a financial impact on the RBDF's payroll on just over $1 million. Well, based on what it calls the deficiencies in internal controls, the breakdown in management oversight around expenditure, and all the noted malfeasance, the Auditor General's concluded the oversight of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force finances is strictly placed in the care of the accountants and financial officers that are equipped with the necessary competencies to implement all the government's financial regulations and properly regulate funds. Now, another 2 drug seizures under investigation. The first over in Eleuthera yesterday, where a joint drug team found 77 bales of marijuana in an unoccupied home in Governor's Harbor. Skip over to Grand Bahama, and 6 Freeport men were arrested after drug enforcement officers executed a search warrant on a Luford Place home and discovered 5 pounds of suspected marijuana coupled with 2.5 pounds of suspected cocaine. All the men were taken in. Back here in New Providence, 4 men were arrested in connection with an illegal firearm. From what police have shared with us, officers were patrolling the Horseshoe Drive area just before 4 this morning when they noticed a white Honda was being driven in a reckless manner. The vehicle was stopped, the men searched, and a .380 pistol with 2 rounds of ammunition recovered. Suspects were subsequently taken into custody. And there is an improved counterfeit of the $100 bill. Central Bank releasing a statement this afternoon that there is a fraudulent Series 2100 banknote circulating. The bank advises that the counterfeits have been able to simulate a number of security features, some of which are a simulated watermark of the Spanish Galilean, which is only seen when held against the light, the shimmery reflective foil feature that reveals clear changing images of a sand dollar, a blue marlin, and the $100 on a black silver metallic patches in the splash of water below the blue marlin in the right panel, and the coat of arms that is only seen under UV light. The public is advised to thoroughly examine banknotes. Genuine banknotes should have areas that feel relatively smooth to the touch, along with areas which comparatively are rougher by raised printing. If you suspect you have received a counterfeit note, kindly contact the Central Detective Unit of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Stay with us. More news is straight ahead.
This segment of the news was brought to you by Alive.